Well, obviously, it's been an overriding theme of the summit. The US absence was referred to over and over again. It's perhaps important to point out that no one from the US administration was even invited. The US was represented by a low-level diplomat at the embassy here. And that, in a sense, the aim of this summit was as much to show the Trump administration that the fight against climate change can go on without the US as it was to try and win Trump over. The host, French President Emmanuel Macron, did say in his closing address that he believes that his friend, President Donald Trump, as he put it, will change his mind on the Paris Agreement in a number of months or years, Macron said. But also, if he doesn't, the French president and other leaders here were keen to show that they're going to carry on trying to fight climate change regardless. And some key promises were made here. Western countries, for example, promised to meet a target of $100 billion a year being made available to developing countries to help them adapt to climate change by 2020.
And talk to me a little bit about how America's absence may have impacted just the overall tone of the meeting itself.
Well, last night, Emmanuel Macron handed out 30 billion euros of French public money to a number of climate scientists, most of them from the US, in what he called the Make Our Planet Great Again program. So it's fairly clear to see what campaign slogan he's appropriating there. So on the one hand, he's quite seriously trying to help climate scientists who have lost funding in the US. But on the other, he's almost trolling Donald Trump by reappropriating his campaign slogan like that. So the aim of the summit is partly to say to the Trump administration, even without you, we're going on. We're going to keep at fighting the climate regardless of what you do. And of course, as you heard in that report there was also a big US presence of people who disagree with the Trump administration stance here. We had, for example, the former New York mayor, Michael Bloomberg, who was announcing an initiative with more than 250 international firms signed up to it, in which they've all promised to stop investing or divest their funds from fossil fuels by 2019. So we certainly had a strong US presence here of people who were saying that despite the Trump administration stance, US cities and companies are going to keep cutting their emissions.
Elena, I'm flashing back to that historic handshake between US President Donald Trump and French President Emmanuel Macron. Very clever. Thanks for that.